dogs I didn't even know I had. Yeah, so.
Ready? All right, everybody. I'd like to call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for May 11th, 2026 to order. May I please have roll call?
Yeah, 7:02.
At 7:02.
Okay. David?
Here.
Nathan?
Here.
Becky?
Here.
Melanie?
Here.
Heather?
Here.
And Joyce.
Here.
All right. For prayer?
Before we go to prayer, I'd like to say last Thursday was National Prayer Week and around the country, and everybody took time at 12 o'clock to pray somewhere, and Jesus helps us all. And Lord, thank you for the day you created for us, Lord. And Lord, be with all the ill people, Lord, and also touch Courtney's father tonight, Lord. I know her concerns and love for her father. Be with him tonight, Lord. And Lord, be with our council and our mayor and our safety, Lord. Be with our village citizens and help us, Lord, the decisions we make for our village, Lord. For we all love our village. And Lord, be with our country. And Lord, be with us all the way in the situations in need and help the needy and the poor. In Jesus' wonderful name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I please have a motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting held on April the 27th, 2026?
You have that motion, sir.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Nathan.
Okay, so that was David, then Nathan? Okay, roll call. David?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
And Joyce.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mayor's report this evening. I'm sure that everyone has had an opportunity to drive around town and see the new water tower as it's been taking shape. The paint work is basically complete on it at this point. You can see that the logos are on both sides, and that we're now, work is well underway in terms of finishing up the site prep. I'm pleased to say that the next up will be the electrical wiring and the plumbing, which will happen over the course of the next several weeks. And then, of course, we will be getting into the tear down of the old one. It will be recycled, so you can look at it that way as well. But the site remediation will happen to a certain extent at the old waterworks here over the summer. Following that, though, we also did want to announce that the Spring Street project, which is a drainage project, has gone to bid. I don't know if anyone looked at their Madison Messenger, but besides getting baking memories for Mother's Day right up top here, what is that anyway? Peanut butter blossoms, those sound pretty good. There's a notice to contractors for public bid for our Spring Street drainage improvements. So this will be, of course, run over the course of the next month. And that is a project which took about 3 years to assemble. It will completely overhaul drainage on that side of town and hopefully impact in a very positive way the sections of town that routinely flood when, under pretty significant storms. So that is a project which fortunately has been fully funded and is a grant funding from a community block development grant. And so the village contribution has been minimal on that. We look forward to getting that started, hopefully sometime in the late summer, if not before. But unfortunately, because we do have to follow a public procurement process, it does take a while to actually go to bid, get bids in, have them reviewed by the engineer, have them signed off, and then have a formal, acceptance process. But we're moving forward, things are happening, which is a great thing. On that note, that's all I've got for tonight. I'm going to hand it off to our Council Pro Tem, Joyce Phillips.
Thank you. You will notice tonight that most of my comments are going to be directed to council. I have consulted a solicitor. I have thought very deeply about these comments, but I think that it's time. We are 5 months into the year, and we need to be reminded of a few things. So before we continue, I would like to remind council of our rules of council, our code of conduct, and our sunshine laws. We all agree that we need to act with respect, follow proper procedure, and conduct ourselves professionally at all times. We need to follow the rules, stay within our time limits when speaking, stay on point, And please remember that side conversations, texting one another during council meetings, negative comments after a vote, and profanity are forbidden. Council members should also be mindful of respecting the village-established chain of communication. To ensure consistency, efficiency, and accountability, questions, concerns, and requests should be directed through the mayor's office, which can then coordinate and delegate matters to the appropriate staff members as needed. Our village staff work hard each day to serve the community and follow this process, and it helps prevent confusion, maintains clear communication, and allows staff to focus on their responsibilities effectively. Working together within these guidelines helps promote professionalism, respect, and a more unified approach to serving our residents. Council should never be going directly to staff for any reason. I also want to remind everyone that our sunshine laws are to be followed at all times. We are expected to uphold the standards of civil respect and transparency required under the Open Meetings Act. These rules and procedures are in place for a reason. They ensure that council's business is conducted fairly, professionally, and in a way that maintains the trust of the public we were elected to serve. I expect all of us to adhere to these standards moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we do have a public comment tonight. Would Mr. Fred Porter please come down? Would one of you direct David, for example? Here's a microphone, so we can go ahead and speak into the microphone, please.
Does that mic not work?
We're testing it out.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Can you please state your first
oh,
and last
yes.
name
Oh.
and where you reside at, please?
Sure.
For the record.
Fred Porter, Marysville, Ohio. I'm here to speak about Lions, forming a Lions Club here in Mount Sterling. Again, my name is Fred Porter. I'm second vice district governor of OH5, which is the district here in that covers Mount Sterling. Along with me is our district governor, Carl Gass. Just a little bit about Lions Club. Our motto is we serve, and we serve communities, we serve people. There's about 46,000 Lions Clubs in the world, and we're in about 200 countries. We got 1.4 million members. Why do we think Mount Sterling needs a Lions Club? Strengthen volunteering power. Mount Sterling Community Center actively depends on volunteers for food pantry work, youth programs, fundraising events, and community support services. A Lions Club creates a stable volunteer network that can constantly support those efforts instead of relying only on occasional volunteers. Supporting local families in need. Some ideas there are food drives, emergency assistance, school supply programs, holiday support for families, senior outreach, youth scholarships, vision hearing and health services, free vision screenings. We have equipment that the district has and the state has that we can screen young children at very young age, and hopefully find out something early in their childhood if they have something wrong with their eyes, and we can get them to an eye doctor and get that corrected. Eyeglass recycling. We recycle a lot of eyeglasses, and Eschbosch up at the Ohio State University takes those. They grade them, they take them on mission trips to countries and give these people that cannot afford glasses, that need glasses. That's one of our big things. We like to, recycle glasses in order to help somebody else. Hearing aid assistance. Some clubs in the state, they provide hearing aids for people that cannot afford hearing aids. Diabetes awareness program. One of our initiatives in Lions is diabetes. So you can have awareness programs for people. Youth leadership and community pride, young professionals, high school students, retirees wanting meaningful service, local business owners, all can be a part of a Lions Club and participate and give back to their community in a way of service. Increase civic pride, improve local events, strengthen fundraising efforts, create stronger connections between residents and businesses. Many communities have good organizationals, do good work, but the Central Civic Service Group coordinator supporting across causes, a Lions Club can become that connector. So the Lions Club can take charge and help with initiatives that are going on that need addressed in the community. And where there's a need, there's a lion. We have grants that our foundation, LCIF, provides for disaster, food security, just a numerous amount of grants that you can, as a Lions Club, can get from our foundation to help with things that are needed within the community. We are the first ones, usually in disasters, are the first ones on the ground to provide support for tornadoes, flooding, whatever kind of natural disaster happens. And our foundation is there to help with monetary donations. We have organizations within our districts and our state that'll provide food cards to people for gas, to buy food in these times of disaster. One big thing is insurance. If you're a Lions Club, you are under the Lions Club International umbrella for insurance. So you have insurance for when you're out doing any kind of service project or anything, you are covered with insurance. So we just feel that, starting a club here in Mount Sterling would be a good benefit for the community to be able to partner with not only the businesses, but with council and the city to establish some of these programs and support some of these programs that we like to do with, like the eye screenings, the food pantries and whatnot. So we're just kind of here just to give us a little bit about what we are, who we what we do, and to see if there's any interest in forming a Lions Club here in Mount Sterling.
How do you want folks to get a hold of you? What would be a good way to be a channel there? How do you have any contact information we can give them?
Contact information.
Okay.
They could contact me by phone. My phone number is 304-312-6113. My email address is fredporter1967@gmail.com. And in order to start a club, we have to have 20 people to start a club.
Okay.
So once we get those 20 people, we turn everything into LCI, Lions Club International, and they will give a charter to the Lions Club. And then it's just a matter of setting up meetings, getting officers installed, and then you're on your way. And it's up to the club when they want to meet, how often they want to meet. We have clubs that meet once a month. We have clubs that meet twice a month. We have clubs that meet some of them meet once a week. The club I first belonged to in West Virginia, we met every week. So it's just up to the club how they want to meet.
When you say 20 people, is there like qualifications they need? Can this be anybody, male, female, old, young?
It can be anybody.
18 and up?
18 and up.
Okay.
Yep. And a lot of families get involved. You know, the husband, wife, they may have a daughter that's, still living at the house. So a lot of families get involved in Lions because it's something that they can do as a family and give back to the community. So, yeah, I mean, we have members that are 18 years old. We have members that are in their 90s, and that's the thing is we're a family ourselves,
Well, you guys do a great job. I'm personally involved in areas of the vision impaired, and so I've been donating my eyeglasses for years to you guys. And every motor vehicle, I think, motor vehicle department oftentimes has an eyeglass donation spot where you can turn in your eyeglass frames.
Right.
And so that's a wonderful, wonderful program, and it goes to those who are really super in need. And vision preservation is a really important subject.
Yes.
I remember when the Lions Club stepped up after a major tornado one time. They were one of the first ones in the scene, making sure people got food cards, made sure they had some kind of shelter. They're a working organization, and I remember even as a kid, he was willing to, like I told you about, you let us see a ball game or something when you couldn't afford to see a ball game. So they're really a great organization, a lot of help.
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions tonight for Ms.
I'd just
Porter?
like to say thank you so much for your presentation and thank you so much for your volunteerism. I know what you guys do for those communities is great and is appreciated. And did you have like a goal? Like, did you want to do like in the next 3 months? Did you want to see if you could form 20 people, or is it just kind of ongoing? When you get to 20, you'll reach back out?
Well, we would like to get one going as soon as possible, because the sooner the better. Our Lions year ends at June 30th, so the new year starts on July 1st. It'd be kind of quick unless we could get things, really, really quick to get one started by the end of this Lions year, but we would love to be able to get one started before the end of the Lions year, which would be June 30th. It would just be a matter of, getting 20 people to say yes, filling out the application, getting the fee, getting it sent off to LCI and get that charter and be able to get up and running.
Last question, do you have an online application?
Yes.
There is, isn't there? Yeah. I do have some applications with me. I can leave.
Please do. We'll take them.
yeah.
We'll absolutely take them.
I can leave, and then I will. I'll leave my business card as well. You got my contact information, but I do also have a business card that I can leave. And if you get some people that have filled out applications that are interested, I can stop back down and pick them up, and we can. We could even set up a meeting with everybody that's interested, another meeting, and I could come down and speak more if need be, and get the applications and get them and get this get a club started as quick as we can. I mean, if that's the the way that the
Can you come to the mic so that the public unfortunately can't hear that far? Sorry, we just want to make sure the public is aware of comments.
I'm Dr. Carl Gass. I'm the district governor of OH5, which is the organization, the Lions, that you would be involved with. And I just wanted to make a very short comment. Thank you so much for your time and opportunity for let us make a presentation to you. One thing I will tell you is that whatever we leave you, you're certainly welcome to duplicate. If we leave you a bunch of applications, feel free to run off 10 or 20 or 50 or 150, however many you think we're going to need. So there are approximately 1,250 Lions in this particular district. The district serves communities from east of Columbus. Down here would be our furthest south, Canal Winchester, down and through here, all the way to the Indiana border.
Oh, okay.
So we're probably one of the largest districts, well, the largest district in the state. We are ahead of the state in terms of membership drive. We're ahead of the state in terms of new club organizations this year. We're on top of the state, this district is. You'll be joining and participating in the best district in the state. We can say that without question. So I just wanted to say that, and
Thank you.
I'll turn it back over to Vice Governor here. He can
Thank you.
Any
Thank
other
you.
questions you may have?
Now, would you guys be looking to, like, will you have a specific place to hold meetings? Like a building that you would look to rent, or?
That would be up to the club, you know, where they would want to meet. If, you know, we have people that meet in churches, we have clubs that meet in libraries, just wherever, you know, you could get the opportunity and somebody would let you have a meeting there. So it really does, we have clubs that meet in restaurants. You know, they have a meal and then they have their meeting. So it really doesn't matter, you know, wherever the opportunity is to be able to have a meeting. I know there's quite a few different places around here, library and, you know, some other places that, you know, may, you know, allow you to hold a meeting. But that be up to the club where they want to meet and how often they want to meet, what time they want to meet.
Okay.
Any other questions?
All right, well, thank you for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it,
Thank you for your
and
time.
definitely we'll take your stuff, and if
you can give
Courtney,
it to me.
either you can give it to her, or you can leave it on the table right there, and we'll get it. and
Beside
we'll-
the officer.
Yeah, we'll,
She'll keep-
she'll keep tabs of
she'll
it.
keep tabs of
It
it.
won't walk away. All right, we're gonna close public comments. We do not have an executive session tonight, so that does take us to department reports. First up is the Madison County Sheriff.
I was already up.
Yeah,
Meant to be.
timing is excellent.
All right, well, I'm actually here this week.
Are you though?
In body. It's been a quiet couple weeks, luckily. I don't have a ton of a report as far as specifics. If you guys have any specific questions about anything you're seeing on here, I've been in and out a lot lately, kind of dealing with some personal things, so I do not know the backstory to everything that we're looking at right now. Definitely a decline in traffic stops, with only 9 in the past 2 weeks. We're back to the suspicious people and vehicles again. I have taken a couple of those, and I mean, nothing that we need to be overly concerned about that I know of. Animal complaints again. Lots of dogs. I've personally seen a couple. I've taken a couple up to the Humane Society. So that takes your deputy away from you, and I have to drive 45 minutes that way to take dogs places, so.
Have you had any issues with the fiber optic friends who are installing lines all
All
over our
of
town?
the issues with
Yeah,
the fiber optic
yeah, how about
friends.
that?
They, especially being on the main areas
Yep.
here, have definitely caused some
Yeah, we've noticed that as well, so.
issues lately.
Yeah.
But, you know, I drive past them 47,000 times a day.
Just keep tabs on them.
So I have been.
We want the town put back the way that it was, all right, if not better.
That's fair. I will do what I can. But is there anything anybody has any questions about that I can look up for you or look into to get back to you and let you know? Like I said, it seems like it's been a pretty simple 2 weeks, so, but if there is anything or anybody has questions, let me know. I'll look it up. I'll get back to you and let you know.
There was a Portuguese that was stolen.
I did hear about that today, that we are missing a porch goose.
Who would do that? Really?
It was Mother's Day.
Fencing
Well,
a,
I was thinking definitely Mother's Day.
fencing
so.
a stolen porch goose? I don't really know
Well,
about
I'm
that.
thinking that, Mrs. Bricker over here probably is offering a reward for a porch goose. So, if anybody sees it, let her know. But that's all I have for the past couple weeks. Like I said, sorry I wasn't super prepared, but I just have not been around as much as usual.
All right, questions for the deputy this evening?
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you. All right, no law director's report tonight, so that means we're going to go to fiscal officer.
All right,
any questions or comments of council? Okay, everybody got the correct agenda to make sure that they've got that on there? Okay. I don't have anything. I know Joyce is going to have a meeting tomorrow, so I don't want to talk anything to that. So a lot of my comments about getting into the weeds of things for the purpose of the committee will be talked about tomorrow. All right, with that said, I would ask for a motion to approve the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, the RETA report, the bank reconciliation for 2026. There was a, you will see on the adjustments section of the bank reconciliation, there was a check return for $409.65. Okay? So with that, may I have a motion?
You have that motion?
I'll second.
Okay, Nathan and David?
Okay, that was Nathan, then David. Okay, roll call. Nathan?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David.
Yes.
Okay, I have 3 documents. If I could have your signatures, please.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, thank you. Committee reports, finance choice.
I'm looking something up here real quick. April 14th, and we had April 27th, so I've already given a finance report. Okay, we have a meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I think I've already given a report from the last meeting. So our next meeting will be tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Okay,
See you there.
okay, thank you. Pleasant Township, Heather.
Yes, we met this month, first Monday of the month at 5 o'clock, and it was business as usual. Mr. Chambers, one of the township trustees, did request to be included in on new development conversation. He saw some of our concerns and wants to make sure those are being addressed. And in that meeting, it was announced that there was a private meeting to come, and I have requested more information so that me and Mr. Chambers could be in on that, so I hope more is to come with that. Next meeting's June 1st at 5 o'clock.
Okay. Squad, Joyce.
We had a meeting, we had our meeting, we paid the bills, we approved payroll. The new truck is still slated, I believe, for July. Everything's on target for that. All of the trucks were in running order. It was a very, very shortest meeting ever. So our next meeting is June 10th at 8 o'clock PM.
Okay, great. Fire, Nathan.
We met on April 30th. We paid the bills. Chief Taylor purchased new batteries for the tanker. We had 2 members resign, and then we actually hired 2 new applicants. Next meeting is May 27th at 8 p.m.
Cool, thank you. Water, wastewater, Becky.
Yes, we haven't had a meeting since our last report. Our next meeting was scheduled on May the 25th, which all of you know, we have a council meeting that day too, but it's Memorial Day, so I will be canceling the water meeting on Memorial Day, and I'll reschedule it for June the 1st, Monday at 10 a.m.
Okay, is that the following, it's the
Yes,
following,
following
okay,
Monday.
just the following week, okay,
Yep.
off by 1 week. Streets, Joyce.
We had our meeting this evening at 5 o'clock. The things we went over, gazebo, that floor's torn out. Mike Walker will be picking up the check as soon as he gets the invoice from the retailer where, or the wholesaler where he's buying the product. We talked about our sidewalks, and Nathan was kind enough to go around and get a lot of pictures of a lot of the sidewalks that need repair. We were reallocating $3,200 to fix the pothole in front of Fast Car. We talked about the Spring Street project, which that has to go out for public bid. Andy's still working on the handicap parking spaces downtown. He's researching. There's a ratio on that you're looking into.
Yep.
We're still on target for gravel to be put in the alleys this summer. That's usually a summer project. We are up to date on all of the repairs for the fiber optic damages that have been done.
Or at least for the
At
first
least
or
for the
second
first
go
round.
round.
The
Maybe
26
maybe
that-
not this one, but.
The 26 that were reported have been repaired. The London Road project, that is going to happen sometime over the summer, and we do not have a quote on that yet. That is still in Andy's court, and he will be working on that. And that's all I have. Our next meeting for streets will be June 8th at 5 o'clock.
I have a concern for streets. I have noticed now that the weather's warmed up, kids are out playing baseball at the park now and stuff. There is a whole lot of foot traffic on 207. Young kids walking to Mason Park. It makes me very nervous because the 207 becomes 55 before Wingate. So these kids are walking to Mason Park in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. I was wondering if we could reach out to ODOT and see if we could have them look into moving the 35-mile-an-hour closer to the park. I know last time they checked, it was before all the houses were done in Wingate, and there just wasn't enough people there to justify that 35-mile-an-hour speed limit out farther. But is that something that the streets department can look into, or maybe you could, Andy?
Yeah, we did look at it last year. They did say that exactly what you mentioned, which is it doesn't qualify, but we can certainly ask again.
I worry about every day I see kids walking to and from Mason Park.
We would hope they would be supervised, but I agree with
But
you.
they
It's-
are
it's
not.
certain-
They're on
it's certainly,
scooters
it's a
and
danger.
bikes
Yeah,
and
it's a danger.
Electric scooters.
Yep.
They've never.
Melody
really
brought
done
up
They
a
are
good
running
point.
it on the walking path.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been
that's-
wanting Melody, I've been wanting a bicycle path out there for years for the kids, because I've seen them walk out there too.
Yeah, I mean,
Eventually, maybe one day we'll have it. And,
Okay, moving on. Parks and Recs. Joyce.
Parks and Rec, we met this evening at 6 o'clock. We went over movie nights, we chose the movies. We talked about the parking lot. The parking lot will be closed for repairs on the 15th of May. Andy's gonna have the guys, have it blocked off. We cannot have any traffic on it, the 16th and 17th until it's dry. We will be receiving a check. I don't know if she dropped it off today or not, but the parking for the tournament this weekend was $475. It was a rather small tournament, but they were pretty happy they got that much. The next tournament will be much larger, so we can anticipate a much larger check. We talked about some advertising in the park, got a lot of good ideas. We talked about party in the park, again, a lot of good ideas. The next meeting for parks will be June 8th at 6 o'clock.
Okay, thank you. Records retention.
Can I make? a
Oh, I'm
motion?
sorry, yeah. Motion to accept Joyce's donation of,
Actually, no, this is a motion to accept $425 donation from the Grove City, Golden Corral LLC to be reserved for the movie night for May 22nd.
okay. Is there, okay, thank you. Is there a second, please?
Second.
All right. Nathan, then Joyce.
Not for the May 22nd, this would be for June, because the May 22nd's already been paid.
Already been paid for from last year.
Okay. So that was Nathan, then Joyce. Okay, roll call, Becky,
Yes?
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
yes,
and Nathan.
Yes.
Okay. Records retention. David.
June 5th, we get action, will be underway finally. I got my crew together and stuff, and I'm really looking forward. We got a lot to get done in that period of time, so at 8 a.m., we'll be at it.
Okay,
I
great.
know Andy, you're always part of that, we
Oh,
get
yeah.
it done.
Nuisance abatement. Heather.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just have to go back really quick to Pleasant Township. I do want to thank the township trustees for their donation. I'm not sure it's something if we need to accept or not, but of the $2,575 for the materials to the gazebo that the American Legion is fixing. So I did want to thank them for that. That was requested and it was granted. So thank you to our trustees. Okay, nuisance and abatement. If you guys drove around and noticed the water tower, then you might have also noticed how clean and pretty the community looks after community cleanup at the beginning of the month. We had a lot of volunteers, a lot of people out working hard, and a lot of places have received lots of beautiful facelifts. So I appreciate all the volunteerism, all the hard work. That's a great thing for our community. There's some beautiful flowers downtown, and everything's looking great. So to add on to that, somebody has reached out to me, and I wanted to get it approved through council. I would have just let him go ahead and do it with Community Cleanup Day, but we had to get it approved, I believe. So he owns a power washing company. His name is Kenny Fox. He is local, and he's been in business about 5 years. Suds and Buds. He does a lot of work for Madison Plains, for Westfall, does their bleachers, does the busing, power washing this is. He wants to donate to us a good power washing to this downtown gazebo area. I have noticed that there's a lot of tape that they've already started working, so he can avoid that area. He is a professional, so he noticed in a picture of that area that it just needs a little TLC as far as power washing goes. So I said I would bring it, and I think that's super wonderful that he wants to donate that as a part of the Community Cleanup Day. So I am going to make the recommendation that we allow Suds and Buds to power wash the gazebo area.
Second that?
Okay.
Can he wait until after the floor is done?
Do you have a date for that?
It'll be before Memorial Day.
Sure. I mean, that's just right around the corner. Yeah, is that something we can just coordinate the date you think as far as
Absolutely,
when
sure.
that'll be ready?
I'll find out.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
As we can make it, yeah, the motion as soon as that's done, sure.
Okay,
That was
all right.
before Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm. So that's been made and
We're just waiting
seconded.
on Mike Walker to get back from vacation and get an invoice for the materials. And then Ashley Cooper will give him the check, and the Legion will get started back on it. The floor is already torn out. They've already got part of it done. All they have to do is replace it.
Right,
Roll call,
so that was
please.
Heather, then Becky.
Yep.
Roll call, David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
Great. So thank you so much for allowing him to do that, and thank you to him for doing that and giving that more of a facelift, continuing to facelift that. So then also, I wanted to round out our nuisance committee, and I do have a community member who is interested, and that is Kyle Day. So thank you so much. So I'm going to make the recommendation that we add Kyle Day to the nuisance committee.
I'll second.
Okay.
Okay, so that was Heather, then Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll call, David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
And our next meeting is to be the Monday of Memorial Day. So I don't know if it's suiting or fitting. I guess we have, we're here, so if we want to make the decision, if we just want to move it back a week to that June 1, it's not, it won't line up with a council meeting, but it's just 1 week later. So do we want to do June 1 at 6 o'clock, 1 week later?
That's up to you.
Okay, I'm going to call it June 1, the next nuisance
Yeah, I'm not sure
meeting.
with me, honestly.
Okay,
I can do
okay.
Try to avoid Mondays.
So we'll shoot for that, but there will be an email. What is
it.
it?
Yeah, I don't work on those Mondays,
Okay,
yeah, so it would mess up my schedule.
okay,
But you guys can do that, if you guys have a chair, you can take the notes.
okay. Well, we'll to be determined. It is always nice having a chair there, so,
You guys do have a chair for nuisance. It would be, you know,
I mean, a note taker, a clerk, that's what I meant. Not a chair, a clerk. Okay.
Mondays just don't work for me. you know.
Okay, no problem. We can make it work for everybody. That's no problem. So, next meeting to be determined, we'll send out an email to the
It'll go
nuisance
on the
committee.
calendar and be advertised, so yeah, it'll go on the website.
Okay. And Courtney, I would like to coordinate with your schedule, so, yeah. That is it, I believe, for nuisance.
Okay, great, thank you. Planning, Melanie.
All right, we had a meeting, April 28th, 6:30. The gentleman from Arbor Homes, actually quite a few gentlemen from Arbor Homes were here. They came up with they brought the final plans, the plot for the new development, Heritage Field. Wasn't a whole lot of changes. They took two, what's the word I'm looking for? Houses out of it, something to do with the water runoff. They could have possibly been, more apt to flood, so they just turned those two spots into green space. That was approved. The committee had approved the final plans upon the engineer's, approval of what they had done. And then, after the meeting, I heard a lot of questions from people. There was things put out on Facebook, and I'm really not sure, what our options are as a village from this point on changing things. I know I've reached out to the mayor every day this week. I haven't been able to touch base with him.
Well, I've been here, but, happy to discuss things with you.
Yeah, I've called a few times, but, we had requested a meeting, to try to open it up for everybody. Lots of people wanted more information about what's going on, so I thought maybe while we're all sitting here today, maybe we could plan a day to have a meeting, invite the public in, answer any questions that anybody has. Maybe things could be explained to council, if anybody on council has any more questions about anything. So is there a day that everybody would like to hold a meeting to discuss this further?
Why can't we do it now?
We can.
Okay.
We
I'm
do
not
have-
available.
well,
I'm
hold-
having
hold-
emergency
I like her idea because
tomorrow.
we do already have a fair amount on the rest of, for business tonight. So we are at almost to the top of the hour, so I don't think we are going to be able to really get into
Okay.
it completely tonight. However, having said that, I don't see any reason why we couldn't have a meeting.
I don't see how we can
Okay.
right now.
I'd love to hear what our fire chief's concerns are. I'd love to, obviously like to support our local fire, and if they have true concerns on width of roads, I know we're getting a lot third hand. I'd like to hear it from them. If our engineer has concerns regarding pipe width.
Engineering actually hasn't been done yet. So just as Melanie has just said, the plat map has just been mapped out. And so without having a final map, you can't actually do any engineering. And so the Planning Commission approved the plat map. So the way that it works is that it starts with planning, gets approved by planning, comes to council, gets approved by council, goes back to planning for final planning approval, and then would in theory go to council. Now, we haven't held a vote yet.
Right.
But we are, still working on the engineering component of that. So the engineering work isn't really done yet.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to, there's big concerns that have been brought up, and I don't want to just throw it out the window, but I want to make sure those concerns are, that we all understand them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, there was a lot of confusion, and I did talk to Andy about that, because my understanding was, once that planning was done, we was taking a vote on it from here, and it's said and done, how it is now. I didn't know we had more steps to process.
Yeah, the engineering work isn't done. So the plat map, finalizing the plat map is basically the next step.
I mean, the concerns are still there, but it just depends on how everything moves forward.
But they could be addressed from the engineer already, yeah, okay,
Correct.
cool.
It may already be addressed by, when he goes out and does whatever he does, but.
But we'll get a
My
touch.
understanding was that it was as is from what Arbors was explaining that day. There's a lot of misinformation that was provided by Arbors, and it just, it caused a lot of confusion that day. So there's
So
things
you
that,
say there was a lot of misinformation?
he stated that he already spoke to Chief Taylor personally a couple times. Chief Taylor has not spoke to this guy, nor worked with Arbors, so that was the biggest one that caught me off guard. And already acting like he knows the size of the main going out there, which hasn't even been determined. So,
Well, I believe in that meeting, that was sent to you guys at planning for final approval at your level
For the plat.
for the plat.
For the plat, not for any engineering work, so it has nothing to do with any of the water distribution. Has to do with the layout of this housing subdivision itself.
And I heard the size of the pipe was brought up at that meeting, and then you had an explanation for some ideas the engineer had. So I guess, kind of like what Melanie said, what Heather said, like, we would all love to hear all that.
Yeah, I can't bring them in
Everyone
here, so they're not like testifying before council or something, so I can bring in their reports, I can bring in the data, I can bring in all that sort of stuff, but I can't make Chief Taylor magically appear.
No,
We could definitely hold an open
can
meeting and
ask
invite
him.
them.
Sure.
He's pretty nice guy. He would
Yeah.
appear if we asked him to. And it wouldn't be under those circumstances. We could just have a roundtable where it's a work session, just talking to people that are involved in specs and things like that. It doesn't have to be controversial at all.
Okay. Sounds good.
Is there a day that everyone would be available to hold a meeting like that? How far out should we give advance notice to?
Well, a minimum of 24 hours.
I understand that, but, you know, do you think,
I'm unavailable next week, so it would have to be the following, or this week, pick one.
I'm good this week, anytime after 4:30.
I'm available Friday, if it's in the evening, or it'd have to be real late, because I work.
Unfortunately, I cannot make Friday. In the evening, very late. I can't do that, unfortunately.
I
Are you guys
guess,
waiting for the engineer? I mean,
No,
do you-
I
are
mean,
you
we're,
waiting for
engineering is
data
not
to
done.
bring
I don't know
back
what,
to
I
them?
don't know what to say. Engineering's not done, so
I-
we
I-
we
I-
certainly,
That's what I'm
we
saying,
can
like,
certainly
what
discuss
would be the
this.
purpose of
Yeah,
the
I don't,
bring
we
to the
we
fire
certainly
when
can
we do
discuss
the
what it
chief
looks like,
Well,
yeah.
I think the reason, like, there's a lot of concern is because there was a big Facebook post,
Right.
really negative about it. And then also, the President Pro Tem at the township meeting had said that she, the engineer, the mayor, the fire chief, were all gonna have a private
I didn't
meeting.
say that. I did not say private meeting. I said we were
Well,
going to have a meeting.
You're gonna have a meeting, and then
A
a council
discussion.
person asked if they could attend, and you said, no, it's closed. And so.
No, I
then-
didn't say it was closed. We were just having a meeting. Mayor, may I?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I guess we're interrupting each other. I
There,
thought that was against
I'm
the-
addressing the mayor,
I was.
which is the protocol. So what I'm saying is, when we were at the township meeting, I told her there was a meeting between us, because there was supposed to be. So, we are allowed, the mayor, if he's ever incapacitated and cannot attend a meeting, or whatever happens, as pro tem, I have to step up and I have to fill his shoes. So there are times that I have to be aware of what's going on. Like it or not, that's protocol. I've already discussed it with the solicitor. Y'all don't need to be at every meeting that he and I go to. Okay? That's just the law.
Mike,
That is just the law, and I'm speaking. So, that being said, look, we can adjourn the meeting now.
We have,
We can go on,
we
can
have,
go
we have
on
additional business to
as we
cover, so
should.
we're going to go ahead and wrap this up.
I
So,
would just like to ask Mayor, if you are having meetings with things pertaining to the planning of this development,
Yeah.
at least have the courtesy to let me, as the chair of the planning committee, maybe be involved or have a little bit of knowledge of what's going on. I really don't like going to planning meetings and not
well, I'm happy
knowing
to
that
give
there was
updates,
meetings
and,
and
well,
things that
as you are
happened
aware, we do try to do this in front of the public. So what we try to do is whenever there is more interest than not, we try to actually bring this out into the light of day. And so I'm happy to announce and have it in a public forum at any time, anytime. I don't want to keep it private or secret or anything like that. My job is to make it as open as possible.
I would appreciate that.
That sounds good.
But,
Any-
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to end by saying, this was just an informational meeting between us. I told you I didn't have to go. You could go ahead and meet with them, and we will end it there, and we did. So let's be adults, and let's just drop it. Because there are going to be times that we are going to meet with people, or you and I are going to meet, and it doesn't involve the whole of council.
Okay, duly noted. We do need to move on. Zoning, Nathan.
We met on April 28th at 6. There was a variance request that was put in and approved for a privacy fence. No other meeting as of now.
Okay, thank you. Those are on demand as usual, as mentioned before. Tree and beautification, Becky.
Yes. So since our last meeting, we did hold our Arbor Day event. It was our 4th annual Arbor Day event, and I do have thank yous. I want to thank the village for planting of the new trees. They planted 2 new trees at Diamond 4, and they're beautiful. And then I want to thank the Madison Plains, of course, the 3rd graders, the teachers, the drivers, everything. And I want to thank the community center for partnering with us. And I want to thank Sunoco for the pizza donation. And I want to thank the Tree and Beautification Committee for their dedication and volunteerism. And then also, a week later, we were, the Tree and Beautification Committee were invited to Springfield's 50th anniversary as a Tree City. And in Ohio, Tree City USA, well, in the whole United States, it was began 50 years ago. And Springfield, Wooster, and Westerville were the 3 different communities within the state of Ohio that got in on the inaugural year. So they're all celebrating their 50th year as Tree Cities. And we had a good day. Mount Sterling became a Tree City in 2023. And in 2024, we received our Growth Award. And this year, for 2025, we received our 3rd year award with some new stickers and things for our existing signs that we have. Unfortunately, the flag, as all of you know, our ballpark beats up flags. We have a wind cheer that goes down, and the American Legion has to replace the flags a lot out there. Well, our Tree City flag was tattered this year, so we did take it down at the Arbor Day event. Unfortunately, we are not given new flags, but like once every 10 years. So our group is gonna look into purchasing a new flag, and they're not that expensive. But anyhow, we do have another tree meeting tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and everyone is welcome to attend. And we have been talking to the foresters, and the grant that we received for $30,000. As far as the actual tree planting, that will not begin until fall. You have to either plant those trees in early mid-spring or fall. So obviously we're past the time when we could plant this spring. So we're looking at fall. So that's kind of what's going on with us. That's all I had.
All right, thank you. I do need a motion from the floor to cancel the May 25th, 2026 council meeting due to the observed Memorial Day holiday.
We did that last meeting, didn't we?
I'll make the recommendation.
I'll give you that motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a motion
Second.
and a second. Thank you.
Okay, so that was Becky first. I seen eyes, and
Yeah.
then Heather.
Yes.
We did that last meeting.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
and Becky.
Yes.
Okay. It takes us to ordinances and resolutions, the first of which is ordinance 2026-04.
All right, this is on the 3rd reading. An ordinance increasing appropriations to 1,745,342,0000 to allow for payment of an additional funds for an audit performed by the Ohio State Auditor's Office. This is on the 3rd reading.
Okay, may I please have a motion to place this on the 3rd reading?
Yeah, that motion, sir.
Thank you, David.
Second.
Thank you, Nathan.
That was David and Nathan. Okay, roll call, Heather,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
and Melanie.
Yes.
Okay, and then finally, motion for passage of 2026-04.
Motion?
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Thank you. Becky, Heather?
Becky, then Heather.
Mhm.
Roll call, Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
and Heather.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2026-04 is passed,
Thank you. Now we go to resolution 2026-03.
which is a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to execute a renewal of the village's property and liability insurance. This is on the 3rd reading.
May I please have a motion to place this on the
You have
3rd
that
reading?
motion, sir.
Thank you, David.
Second.
Okay, that was David, then Melanie. Okay, roll call, David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
And Joyce?
Yes.
Okay, then the motion for passage, please.
You have
Uh,
a motion?
Thank you, Nathan. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes.
Okay, Joyce?
Well, I heard a voice over here
Yeah,
first.
Joyce?
Okay, so that was Nathan, then Joyce. Okay, roll call, Nathan,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
and David.
Yes.
It takes us,
Okay, Resolution 2026-03 is passed and approved.
thank you. That takes us to Resolution 2026-05, a resolution, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yep.
Pardon me.
A
Keep
resolution
going here.
Adopting a cybersecurity policy. This is on the first reading.
May I please have a motion to place this on the first reading?
Have that motion, sir.
Dave, thank you, David.
Second.
Thank you, Nathan.
Discussion?
Sure.
Could you just tell us really quick?
What it is?
So House Bill 96 requires all municipalities and arms of government to adopt a cybersecurity policy and procedure guide.
So it's a reflection of what happened in Columbus. If you guys don't
Yep.
recall, about 2 or 3 years ago, municipalities don't have a policy that they follow. So remember, and they're still working through it in Columbus. Have you guys not seen that? on
Remember the
news?
hacking
Do you guys watch
that
it?
brought down local government?
Or on Facebook?
So-
Because it's all shared on all those newses. So what happened is their data has been breached. So the city of Columbus, all of their data for everybody that's in the city of Columbus, somehow or another, and it actually, if you guys haven't heard it either, West Jeff, they did it in their water department too. So they, somehow or another, somebody took data and used it and pulled people's, their entire lives out, and they're still working on it to this day. So the state of Ohio is requiring this to be passed by July the 1st. And like he said, the House bill, I don't
Bill
know what
96,
number it
but
was.
yep.
But they want a policy to basically have a standard of saying, hey, if we have data that's been breached here for any sort of reason, that's on, email, somebody comes in and, how they can wire your information, like PayPal stuff, or anybody's important information here within the village, that we have a chain of command, and that basically chain of command goes to the mayor. The mayor then takes it and he has to report it to the state. So the state wants to have a policy for everybody to follow, and this includes libraries, cities, villages, townships, all of those have to have a policy.
So we're adopting their policy?
No, this is a policy that's been written and approved, to follow whatever that process is. So they give you examples of some, so you just, pick which ones, and solicitors approve it, and say, hey, this is how you're gonna follow it.
Okay.
Now, we can't stop it, obviously, if it gets breached. We just have to have a policy that tells them how we're gonna report it to the mayor, and what the mayor's gonna have to do.
So it's, just to be clear, it's not a policy that can stop it. It's a policy of the chain of command who's going to report it if it happens.
It's all the policies and procedures to respond to breaches and the standards around those.
Yeah, so it's, the purpose of it is and it's right here in your guys' ordinance and your Exhibit A. The purpose of this policy is to establish a framework for protecting confidential integrity and availability of the village's Mount Sterling information systems, data, technology, resources, and complications, to his House Bill cybersecurity requirements. It outlines computer servers and mobile devices, what you're supposed to do with that. A policy statement establishing a cybersecurity practice, providing ongoing awareness training. So that would be stuff that we would just pull for the state auditor's office. You would go through a training, it's like no different here if you go down the hallway, how you report fraud. So it's the same thing that local governments use. Roles and responsibility, that would go towards the mayor. They would oversee this policy and implementation, and coordinate it with your IT providers and your legal counsel, which is our solicitor. Requires making sure that we have, IDs and passwords, and that we're not sharing that. So my password's not shared with the mayor doesn't share his password. It also says, limit access to sensitive information. We will maintain firewalls, which we currently do, and protecting that, antiviruses, which we currently do. Let's see, I don't need to read it verbatim, but,
That's good.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, I have David as a motion for the first, Nathan was the second. We'll have roll call. Becky?
Yes?
Melanie?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
And Nathan?
Yes.
Okay, that's passed on the first reading.
Okay, good deal. Thank you. let me know if anyone has any additional questions on that. That takes us to roundtable.
On roundtable tonight, Mayor, of course, Post 417, of course, Joyce and I and Mick all are out there a lot, and we'll be at the Pleasant Cemetery, Joyce, I believe at 10 o'clock, right? And then we'll be, as soon as we get done there, we'll be at the Veterans Square, and hope we have good weather. Gotta recognize the ones that gave their lives for their countries. And in this little village, we lost more, even during the Civil War, there was over 30 men that was killed from the Union Army, and it goes on from there. And to take that moment to remember them and what they did. And I got a spam alert. The RS will not do this. They're calling up people, said to get your tax rebate, we need your Social Security number and something, and the RS was not going to call you up.
That's for
And
sure.
so you senior citizens just slammed the doggone receiver
That's
in
right.
your ear.
We want a
and
reappearance
that's
of the
what you gotta
slamming.
do.
Yeah.
David, I want to say, I think it was 142 that we lost here. I want to say 142, I think is the number that we lost here. No?
You know,
Yeah, I think I heard 142.
we, for our little community in World War II, we lost so many. In the D-Day invasion, we lost over 18 citizens, and then on Saipan. And for our little community, it's done a lot for our great country, I gotta say that.
David, did you say, I know you said it's at 10 o'clock at Pleasant Cemetery, but is that on Monday, on actual Memorial Day?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that is
Becky.
on 10?
We need to double check that because it's usually 10:30. I could be
10:25.
wrong.
I
but-
mean,
Yeah.
10:25, 5:25, so that's
I
on.
know Becky, you're always there to support us,
Oh,
always
yeah,
see you there.
always.
And then you said you're gonna return to the gazebo after that?
Yeah, we'll be right after we get done from there. I just hope it's not raining, because I might melt. No.
On the topic of the Legion, there is going to be a group of us out on May 21st at 6 p.m. out at Pleasant Cemetery planting the flags
That's
for the
right.
veterans. So if anybody wants to volunteer to come out and help,
It's a good effort. It's a very
What
good effort.
date was that?
the 21st, I believe.
Yes,
May
May
21?
21st. It's on
Yeah.
a Thursday at 6.
Thursday.
I wanted to just touch base on community cleanup as well. I know Heather touched base on it before, but Friday, I had a wonderful opportunity to work with MSOCA planting flowers, and then Sunday, I had the opportunity to work with the Nazarene Church, weeding, composting, mulching the gazebo area, and there was so much work done. I actually met up at the church this time for their planning right before they went out on Sunday, and just the camaraderie, the fellowship, the good vibes. It is so refreshing to be around groups of people that appreciate the volunteerism so much, and they actually show love to their community and inspire people and welcome people. It was really refreshing. It makes you remember why you volunteer when you're around good people like that. So I just wanted to say thank you. It was inspiring, and it surely did make me feel good for that weekend. So thank you to those groups.
Thank you.
And I would like to say thank you to the Tree and Beautification Committee and Sunoco for the pizzas that day. I got to spend the whole day with the kids. It was fun. Reminded me of when my kids were little.
Not so much anymore, huh?
Not anymore. But it was a good time. I had fun that day.
You don't have enough pizza, right? You have a lot left over?
There was some pizza left over.
All right, it's 8:05, so unless there's more, we are adjourned.
I do want to say real quick, since we're not meeting on Memorial Day, June the 5th, we will not be meeting before that, but that will be a First Friday food truck event again on June the 5th from 5 to 8. And I believe it is the little firecracker contest too. So from babies on up to, I believe, 5th grade, boys and girls, you can enter a little pageant. And then on the 4th of July, you get to be in our parade.
Bringing back the old, what did they used to call that, what did they call that back in the day?
It's Little Mr. and Miss Firecracker. I don't
Good
know.
Old Days Festival, something.
What was it called? Yes, but what was it called? Homecoming. That's what it
Oh,
was.
yeah.
I used to call it the fish fry. Everybody called it different
Yeah, they
things
did have
years ago.
Okay, are you
All
done?
right, we're adjourned. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
I've got to be so bad.
Yeah, that's all right, hon. Well, Nate, you take care, buddy.
Yep.